Right. Joan Jett once said that my guitar is an extension of myself. It is who I am. It is not a thing. The guitar is a staple in modern society, and it has had many changes from its humble beginnings in the 17th century. It's a key part in every person's life. First, I'll begin to talk about the 5-string guitar made by Stradivarius in 1680. Next, I'll begin to elaborate on the 6-string guitars of the 19th century, specifically by Torres and Martin. Lastly, I will go over the standard acoustics of the modern times. Starting, Stradivarius is one of the most famous craftsmen of all time for any musical instrument. His musical instruments varied from $1 million to he sold a violin for $3 million. The National Music Museum shows that the strings on this guitar were double strings, and there was 5 strings, which was normal for the 17th century, but today we use 6 strings. Stradivarius' guitar is the basis standard for quality of guitar. He is known for having the best handwork of any guitarist. The tone of his guitar is unmatched to this day, and people strive to get the same sound out of their guitars they do that Stradivarius got out from his. This is the Stradivarius Rollins guitar. It is currently in the National Museum of Music. This is a close-up on the strings where you can see there's 5 strings. They're double strung, which is normal for this age and time. And you can see in the neck and the pegboard that it is very intricate, especially for 1680. It's a gorgeous guitar. From the 17th century on to the 19th century, slight changes were made to make the guitars more like the modern guitars we see today. 6 strings started to come into power. Andres Torres was a gifted craftsman from Spain. He was considered the foremost luthier in all of Spain. And for those who don't know, a luthier is a guitar maker. He made very important changes to the guitar, how it was built, and those practices are still used today. Another famous luthier is Martin, guitar maker whose name still lives on today. In 1833, he came from Germany to America and settled in Pennsylvania. He set up a family store. That family store still exists today, and Martin guitars are still being produced to this day. Here we have a guitar being built in the style that Torres made, this is now how every handmade guitar that is not made in a factory produced off a line is produced. And this is the Martin family, and this is actually their original store in Pennsylvania, which still exists today. You can go take tours, and personally, they make the best guitars to this day, hands down. From the 19th century to today, 6 strings made a big comeback. The 6 string has a huge role in all society. There's almost no guitars that aren't 6 strings anymore today. According to Music Trades, from 2010 to 2011, there's a 5.7% increase in sales. Also, according to Music Trades, 1.5 million acoustic guitars were sold from 2010 to 2011 alone. Key guitarists to this day still use acoustic guitars. Julian Bream, born in 1933, had a fantastic career, and according to the book Guitar, Music History, and Players, majority of players nowadays get their stylings from him. Also, Eric Clapton, who most of you may know, frequently uses acoustic guitars in his performances. Yeah, and just to show you guys, this is what a modern day guitar looks like. It is made the same way Torres has by hand. 6 strings, all controlled by the pegboard, and Craftsmen put a lot of work into the guitars, and so a lot of people buy them for specific reasons. To conclude, the guitar comes from humble beginnings, but it still lives on. 17th century was a key start with Stradivarius and his very important craftsmanship of his guitars. Then the 19th century came along, and Torres brought key changes into making the guitar what it is today. In the modern world, the guitar still lives on strong in society. In conclusion, as Shakespeare said, "If music be the food of love, play on." Thank you.